After gaining as much as 14% in 2012, gold has rolled over with the rest of the market. It's now negative for the year. Does gold still have a place in your portfolio? Is it a hedge? And what on earth is going on? Here to tell us is Louis James. He's with Casey Research. Louis, is this still a hedge? Is gold yesterday's story, or is this 11-year bull run over? Give me an argument for buying gold here.
Okay, well, first, gold started way before the 2008 crisis. It's been going up for a while, and everything that's been done since 2008, I think only exacerbates or adds to, depending on your point of view, the reasons why gold was rising, has been rising, and I believe will continue to rise. So absolutely, it's not over. You know, markets go up, they go down. Famous quote, markets fluctuate, and when they fluctuate, that's a buying opportunity.
But when they fluctuate, gold is supposed to be traditionally a hedge. What we've seen, at least over the last couple of years, is that gold has been, if anything, an exaggerated, a higher delta version of what's going on in terms of the tape. And just since the beginning of May, for example, the S&P has taken the tank, but gold has done even more so. So does it serve a hedging function anymore?
It depends on your time frame. You know, over the long frames, they used to say that an ounce of gold would buy you a good suit 100 years ago or 1,000 years ago. That's still true now. So if you have a long view, the idea of gold, we wouldn't really say it's a hedge, but so much the conservation of wealth, the ultimate safe haven, right? That's why you really buy gold. If you buy gold as a speculator, you can get clobbered by the ups and downs.
But aren't you ultimately speculating that things are going to just completely fall apart? When does gold become not just a speculative bet, but actually something that has utility? Because otherwise it's not used in production. It's not used as a day-to-day currency. You need kind of a collapse of some sort to transition gold from a physical stock into some kind of money that you can eventually use.
Let me back up and say, so to speculate, we like the gold stocks. If you want to speculate, if you want to invest for gains, you invest in the gold stocks because they offer leverage even to gold. You're talking about gold having a higher delta. Well, the gold stocks have even more volatility. So on the upside, you can make a lot of money. We can talk about that. But gold ultimately is gold. You say it has no use, but it does. Historically, it has use as the monetary metal. You know, the jewelry in India and all that, this is fine, but really it's not a consumable commodity. It is the ultimate safe haven metal. People know that. You say good as gold, nobody says good as platinum.
Right. They say sound as the pound as well. That kind of went the
apart. This has a little bit longer track record.
Yeah, okay.
So they're printing money. You know, Bernanke says, oh, don't worry, we can print money. Then he gets on 60 Minutes and says,
but
oh,
everyone's printing money right now. The problem with it as a hedge is the Chinese now have gone from being the ones that are trying to hold things back to printing money. So that makes pretty much everyone on the planet Earth is printing money and no longer conserving gold. It should be rising. I understand what you're saying about the time frame, but in the here and now, with everyone scrambling for a place to put their assets, gold isn't working for us. And, you know, it's the long time frame is made up of bitty increments, and something's going on that's not allowing gold to work in the face of this economic tumult.
I wouldn't say not allowing. That brings in some of these conspiracy ideas, which aren't really required to explain anything. But I would tell your viewers, unquestionably, if gold isn't working right now, you have to look at that as a buying opportunity. Unless you really can somehow believe in your heart that governments can print trillions of new currency units, and it won't matter. Yeah. You know, unless you're willing to believe that, you have to look at these corrections as buying opportunities.
Same lesson apply to silver.
Pardon me?
Does the same thing apply to silver? With the huge speculative run that we saw in that.
Yeah, well, silver has its own volatility because it is also an industrial metal. But ultimately, it does follow gold. It is a monetary metal. The word for money in many languages is silver.
But can I cash in on my gold or my silver before I die?
Absolutely.
I mean, okay.
Absolutely.
So it's not a perennial time frame.
We're talking years, not decades.
All right. Well, in that case, maybe we can get the argument. So, whatever it's doing year to date, my man Louis here says, hey, you can go ahead and buy gold for the long term. He's Louis James from Casey Research. Why don't you let us know what you think on our Facebook page or send me a tweet at Jeff Mackey.